Hey, you guys. Hello. Hey, everybody. Oh, I have to look at that after. Hey, y'all. Hey, I see it's a lot of people up in here. So, y'all know, we've been going through this bullying situation or whatever, and I've been trying to keep y'all posted on what's been going on. I actually had a YouTube video that I was in the middle of making from yesterday about this bullying situation, and, something else just happened today. So I'm like, you know what, scratch the video. I'm just gonna come on here and inform y'all what's going on because it's just a lot going on. Like it's a lot going on. I do have a video coming out tonight for you guys, so you guys stay tuned for that. I just gotta make the thumbnail for that. But other than that, I want to talk to you guys about this bullying situation. Like when is it gonna stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sick of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been almost here living at this address for almost 3 years come January. And we have not had an issue until, a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? And well, I wouldn't even say a few weeks ago, but a few months ago. And I'm exhausted. It's exhausting. I've been documenting everything. I've been calling the police. So let's start back from when I had initially told you guys about the bullying situation. So the little boy that had initially pushed Elijah that I told you guys about, his mother didn't do anything about that situation. She got in my son's face that day when I called the police over and said, I am not sorry that he pushed you. She told my son that to his face. She said, I am not sorry that he pushed you. And I'm like, as a mother, this is how we're raising our kids. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that says a lot about you as a mother, the fact that you couldn't, reprimand your son and let him know that what he did was wrong. Right? So I did what I was supposed to do as a mother. I called the police, documented everything, got my case number and everything. And every single time something happens, I make sure that I document it and I call the police. Okay? So there's that. So this afternoon, Elijah gets off the school bus and I'm hurrying, scurrying, trying to get to the door, but I'm using the bathroom at the moment, right? So I got the Ring camera going because I want to make sure that my son is safe at the end of the day. So I told Elijah, I said, give me a little bit and I'm gonna get to the door. I have the Ring camera footage I'm gonna show you guys. So I said, give me a little bit. I'm trying to get to the door or whatever. So I guess I wasn't paying attention because I'm too busy using the bathroom. So I guess Elijah had left from the front door and he went back towards the little boy that had pushed him initially, and Elijah pushed him back today. You know what I'm saying? And I've been telling the police officers, I said, I'm coming to y'all and I've been coming to the parents so we don't get to this. You get what I'm saying? Like, so my son is not retaliating. I'm trying to avoid that. You get what I'm saying? My son took it upon himself to retaliate today. And honestly, I didn't care after that because y'all need to leave my son alone. You know what I'm saying? So Elijah went and shoved the little boy back. And I guess when he did it, the other little boy's mom was standing there when he did it. So she's like, "Don't push him." And I'm like, "Hold up. I didn't even hear that part. I didn't hear until she was like, "Do you have a problem?" Now I have a problem because don't ever in your life reprimand my son. Like, that ain't your kid. If you got a problem with what my son did, come to my door and let me know. You know what I'm saying? So now at this point, I'm scurrying. I'm trying to get to the door as fast as I can to address this woman. Because first of all, why are y'all even over here in front of my house? Y'all don't live over here. Now y'all harassing me. So now I'm calling the police again for harassment. So now I'm in front of my house. She's in front of my house a couple, about some ways away from me or whatever, and now we're having a screaming match. I have never in my life living here had to do anything of that sort with my neighbors. Like, y'all over here harassing me and starting trouble. So me and her having a screaming match, and I'm like, I don't care that my son pushed your son. Just like you didn't care and you didn't reprimand your son about pushing my son, I don't care that my son pushed your son. Now he knows how it feels to be hit unprovoked. Now you see how it feels. Now you see how it feels. So whatever else you have to say, I don't care about none of that. I don't care. And I told her just like that, and get away from my house before I call the police. I don't care at this point. I'm not moving. Nobody's moving me. I'm sorry. I know that's what y'all want, but I'm not moving. They're not going to move me because I'm comfortable here. If they have a problem, then they can move. I've been here the longest. I've been here the longest. I've never had a problem with any of my neighbors until now. They're not going to move me up out my spot. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. So that's what happened with that. I called the police. I made a police report. Well, I haven't made the police report yet. They're going to send a police officer out so I can get the documentation or whatever, because I'm keeping everything documented. Like, now y'all harassing me because your son shouldn't be in front of my house, and neither should you. Y'all live behind me. There's no reason why y'all should be over here. You know what I'm saying? So now that all happened, right? So let's go back to Monday. So Monday, the other little boy, is two of them. So the other little boy that lives literally directly next to me, he takes Elijah's snack. Now they're on the school bus. He won't do it at home. Now they're down there doing stuff on the school bus. They go to school together. So he takes Elijah's snack and he throws it out the window. Elijah says, then he proceeds to bang Elijah's head up into the glass window. Are you kidding me? Excuse me? You did what? Yeah, so now it's go time. I called the school. I let the school know. They had a different driver. So he wasn't really aware. I brought it to his attention. I told him, I said, you need to keep your eye on that little sneaky one. I said, because he's doing stuff when you're not looking, and he's harming these kids. So I brought it to the school's attention. I spoke to the school guidance counselor. They said they were going to take the tapes and run them and find out exactly what happened. And I guess they're going to discipline him or whatever. I called the police. The police showed up yesterday, and I let Elijah give them the report on what happened, and he told them exactly what I just told y'all. He told me exactly what I just told y'all, that the little boy took his snack, threw it out the window, and banged his head into the glass window. I'm sick of these children, and it's taking so much for me to keep my cool and not put my hands on these folks. It's taking a lot. And I'm not saying that my son is innocent, but at the end of the day, y'all need to keep y'all hands to yourselves. My son is not the child that's going around putting his hands on these people. He may talk, some junk or whatever, but that does not give you the right to put your hands on him. If y'all have a problem with what he's saying, come see me. You get what I'm saying? Today was a little bit different because Elijah was the one that went and put his hands on that boy first, but it was in retaliation for what that boy did to begin with. And I'm not mad at my son. And I told him, I said, I'm not mad at you, because you need to defend yourself at the end of the day.
I destroyed him.
I'm sick of this situation. Like, I'm not gonna have them.
I fight it back.
I'm not gonna have them keep bullying my son. I also got in contact with my landlord to let them know what's been going on. Like I said, I've been here almost 3 years and I've never had an issue. Why is this woman in front of my house? Her and her son. Y'all over here bullying, trying to intimidate. harassing, and y'all don't live over here. Stay where y'all live at. And it won't be no issues. I'm not doing none of that. Take Elijah from going to school. Move. Don't let him go outside and not play. I'm not doing none of that. That's gonna give them the satisfaction. Why should I allow them to just uproot my son and not be able to live comfortably? No, I'm not doing that. That's the easy way out. I'm sorry, but I'm an advocate when it comes to my son. I'm gonna advocate. I'm gonna advocate. I'm not going out without a fight. And y'all should know that about me by now. Just like when it came to my homeless situation. I did not give up until I got where I needed to be. And I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop because, oh, that's the easiest way out of it. No. I'm teaching my son to stand for something or fall for anything. But let me show y'all this Ring camera footage. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gonna hear some swearing. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Y'all gonna hear some swearing because, like, where did she get off trying to reprimand my son? Like, no. Yes, I did reach out to the police. They should be coming sometime soon. I don't know when they're gonna pull up, but um, they'll be here soon. Okay, hold on. I don't know. Can I flip the camera? Let me flip it so y'all can see what actually happened. Let me see. Is this the flip? Yes. Okay. Let's see. Sam, huh? You're banging on my door for? It's me, Mom. It's who? It's me. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me come to the door. Mind y'all, I was in the bathroom, so it took me a minute. I was trying to wipe my tail. Hey, like that.
daddy like that. Mommy.
What?
Mommy, are you open the door?
I'm coming. Hold on. Give me a second.
Dad. That's what you get for doing that to me. That's what you get for doing that to me. How do you like that? Okay, now smack. You like that? What did you say? You like that? She said go ahead. You like that?
Brace yourselves. I don't know if y'all ever heard me swear like this, but
No.
he should be over here. Oh wow! Then you have a problem with my son? We didn't have a problem when he pushed him, right? Oh wow! He shouldn't be over here. Tell him to go back over where he live at. Don't say shit to my fucking son, bitch. Don't say shit to my fucking son. Elijah, get in the house. Get the fuck away from my house before I call the police. Get in here. Alright, get the fuck away from my house. You live over there, right? Don't say a fuck thing to my son. Don't say shit to my fucking son. I don't give a fuck if he puts. What you talking about? So that's how that happened or whatever. Sorry, I'm going through this. Actually, I'm not gonna get in trouble. I have everything documented. They came over here messing with us, and all I did was go outside to defend my son. She shouldn't be over here. There's no reason that she should be over here. She don't live over here. I didn't put my hands on her. All I said was what I said. I know she's trying to bait me, but that's why I didn't stoop to her level as far as what I said. Because I told her, I said, how would you feel if I came over there and I put my hands on you? You know what I'm saying? I didn't give her the satisfaction. I didn't give her the satisfaction. I called the police and I let them know what happened. Ain't nothing wrong with a little colorful language. Yeah, it just irritated me because I'm like, I tried to rectify the situation with her when her son had pushed Elijah. When it first happened a couple weeks ago, I brought it to, well, I didn't necessarily bring it to her attention. I called the police about it because I was tired of him and I was tired of the other little boy. So she felt some type of way that I had called the police or whatever. The police get here. I can't even get a word in about what's going on or how I feel. She too busy over talking me. You get what I'm saying? That video is up here too. On here on my, I think it's on my lives. And she too busy over talking me. I'm trying to get an understanding of what's going on because I never even knew her son and my son had an issue. That little boy used to come to my door faithfully and ask for Elijah. So when I seen that happen, I'm like, yo, what you putting your hands on him for? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking they friends. You know what I'm saying? I say, you know what? I got something for that. Call the police over or whatever. We having a conversation with the police officer and she gets in my son's face and goes, I'm not sorry that he pushed you. Okay. You're not sorry. Bet. What Elijah did was out of my control. I didn't know that he went back to push that little boy. And at the end of the day, that's what I raised my son to do. Somebody put their hands on you, you hit them back. I tried to rectify the situation with you. You didn't want to compromise or anything like that. So my son took matters into his own hands. And now you're mad because now the shoe is on the other foot. How you mad? How are you mad? And then you having a screaming match with me in front of my door. You don't even live over here. Why is your son over here on our property? Not our property. I'm renting, but still, why is he over here? Y'all trying to antagonize us. Y'all harassing us at this point. Stay away from us. We don't bother nobody. We don't bother nobody. We haven't had these issues until they moved over here. Yeah, I'm gonna ask about all of that when the police officer gets here. I don't know when they're gonna show up, but I did call them and they're gonna send somebody out. We've been here almost 3 years. Come January the 4th, we've been here 3 years. Like I done try to cut them a break. Like now I'm fed up because don't ever in your life address my son the way that you did. And then like I could have understood if she would have talked to him, but you're yelling at him. You're screaming at him. I didn't do that to her son when her son pushed my son. I said very calmly, I said, don't do that. I said, keep your hands to yourself. She's yelling and screaming at my 7-year-old. So however she feel, I don't care. I don't care. And what my son did today, I'm not mad. He did what he had to do. Let them know you're not scared of them. My son is not, he's not no punk. I told y'all that. But because how I raised my son, he's not one of those to really like put his hands on people unless they tell them somebody is telling him to basically do it. I gave my son the right to defend himself at this point. You feel threatened, do what you got to do. I tried to be an adult with her. She don't want to be an adult. She just want to scream and yell. That's what she did. As soon as I came out there, that's what she started to do. She's screaming and yelling. How are we going to have a conversation while somebody's screaming and yelling? Nobody's going to get their point across. I called the police because they shouldn't be over here. You're harassing me. Get away from my home. Absolutely. Yeah, like I don't do well with the yelling. Now, if you want to have a conversation, a civilized conversation as adults, we can do that. But my thing is, why did you even feel like it was okay for you to address my son the way that you did? I'm right here. You could have came and knocked on my door and said, your son is putting his hands on my son, and I would have had a conversation with you. And I still would have told her, well, now you see how it feels for your son to be pushed unprovoked, but you just didn't care a couple weeks ago when I brought to your attention that your son pushed my son. I showed her the ring camera footage and everything. Oh, that was nothing. They're boys. Da 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 da. And blah blah blah. Okay, that's how you feel, and then gets in my son's face and tell him you don't care that your son pushed him. I'm not sorry. Okay. So now I'm not sorry that my son pushed your son unprovoked. But what y'all not gonna do is come over in front of my house, starting trouble. Exactly. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. It ain't no fun. And I told her that day too. I said, how would you feel if it was your son that was being pushed around? Oh, they're boys. Boys gonna be boys. But now it's a whole nother story today. Girl, please. I don't have time for that. And the reason why I'm broadcasting this, I was just telling you guys over on TikTok. The reason why I'm broadcasting this and I'm showing you guys what's happening is because I know it's moms out here that struggle with the same thing, that go through the same thing, and they feel weak or they feel like they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It be a lot of moms that be intimidated by certain people, and they don't go the extra mile. I'm not one of those parents. I don't give up easily. You guys can see that. And I don't take shit lightly either. I'm showing other mothers that you do not have to be intimidated by nobody. Yes, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, that I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with these folks. I really don't. Eli is not hanging with those boys. Elijah goes to school with those children. A lot of y'all on here, y'all making certain comments. Y'all probably never even been in my position. So don't tell me this and don't tell me that. If you've never been in my position, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me anything. He was walking he went back over to push the little boy. He went back over to push him. And at the same time, that's the way that they walked from off of the school bus. He wasn't hanging with them. The other little boy lived next door to me. They was walking to their house. And Elijah was walking back to the door. Just be careful. Lately people been, oh, I know, that's why I didn't do what I wanted to do. And that's why I told her, I said, get away from my door before I call the police. I let her know that. Apology accepted. um yeah, but that's why I had to get, like I said, I had to get my landlord involved. I called my landlord the last time that the situation had happened, and I let them know what was going on. And then I called them again today. The wife is supposed to be reaching out to me, and I'm gonna let her know, because that's in our lease, to not be over here antagonizing and harassing one another and stuff like that. I stay to myself. I got the proof. I'm the one with the proof of these people keep coming over to where I live at, starting trouble. You're violating the lease and you're gonna end up getting evicted. Call me weird all you want to. I'm keeping my son safe at the end of the day, and I'm documenting everything. Be careful. There's a sad outcome of the same thing on Netflix. I already seen it, and I like again. It's not the same situation because I'm not going to their houses. I'm at my house, and they keep coming over to where I live. They don't live over here. Yes. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here. It's a bunch of trolls up in here now, and I'm about to get off because I'm not about to sit here and argue with a whole bunch of nobodies that don't know me in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, my supporters, y'all know me more than these knuckleheads that's coming in the comments just saying anything. But yeah, I just wanted to inform y'all what's going on. I would have loved to stay on here as long as I could until the police showed up. Um and I will update you guys on whatever the police says as far as me making more documentation and stuff. No, I'm not banned from TikTok. I just came over here because if 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 I'm gonna make content, I'm gonna get paid from my content. Elijah is a good kid. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, all the time. All the time I pray over my home. I pray over my son every day. I pray over my home. I thank God for everything. Thank you. I appreciate all the compliments. Yes, y'all keep Elijah in y'all prayers. Y'all keep me in y'all prayers as well. And hopefully we get some we get to a resolution because this is insane. It's outrageous. Oh, I have a ring. I have a ring camera. That's what I caught. That's what caught the interaction that happened today. Excuse me. No, I'm not gonna stop calling the police because again, that's documentation. I'm gonna document everything. I'm going to document everything. I don't care if you don't like it. You don't have to be here and support me. I'm not gonna stop. Every single time something happens, I'm going to document it. I'm going to leave a paper trail. Because I've been calling, I've been telling y'all about this situation. Y'all ain't doing nothing about it. Something go down, that's their ass. They're gonna be responsible. So, anyways, I thank you guys for your time and just sitting and just listening to um this situation. I pray that things get better. I really, really do, because that's not the type of person that I am. That's not the type of person that I want to be. I don't want to be a cop caller. I don't want to have strife with my neighbors either. You know what I'm saying? But what we're not going to do is sit up here and try to intimidate people. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So, I hope you guys have a blessed night. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as you guys leave out, please give me a like if you can. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will talk to you guys soon. Again, I have a video coming out this evening, so you guys stay tuned for that. Love you guys. Bye.